Hey, 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 we'll go live in just a few minutes. And yeah, I've got another camera set up today for something a little different. All right, but I just wanted to point out here, the Lead Pedal Radio Show. Probably couldn't hear me when I was speaking away from the mic. The Lead Pedal Radio Show every Thursday at 10 a.m., 10 till noon. Bruce Outridge has got my show playing on the Lead Pedal Radio. So just a quick shout out to Bruce there, my good friend and fellow podcaster that he is. He's got several podcasts, two at least. Of course, Lead Pedal, the Lead Pedal podcast, and he's got one for creative artists. So if you are a creative artist, you might want to give that one a listen as well. So anyways, we are just at the moment here, we are just fooling around a little bit, and we will start in just a few minutes, or in 40 seconds. There we go. 40 seconds. What do we got on the show today? We're talking about ELDs and CVOR level 2s. So with that, we shall get going in a second. All right. 25 seconds actually. So as usual, we will start right at 1 o'clock. And I hope that is good for you. 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. All right. I never know. There are several people that I do watch their lives, and they can fill up 10 minutes of stuff at the beginning. My goodness me. So we're going to take away that countdown timer, and let's play the introduction again, I hope. There we go. It is The Secrets of Safety Dog, Mondays at 1, and today is June the 14th of 2021. And why? I mean, that date's huge, June the 14th of 2021, because ELDs came into effect on June the 12th. So, anyways, Lead Pedal. Just wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Bruce there on the Lead Pedal podcast and Lead Pedal Radio. He has got several things going on, and I am blessed to be on the show at Thursdays at 10 a.m. until noon. Thursdays, 10 a.m. till noon. We're on the Lead Pedal Radio. Right, so what's happening today? Let's go to sharing the screen, I hope. There we go. Well, of course, I'm on. There we go. So, who's on the podcast this week? It is Michelle and Chad from ReadyCheck. If you are a carrier that stays within 160 kilometers and you need to do vehicle inspections, you might want to check out ReadyCheck. We had a great time recording this one. I really thought it went well. Lots of fun doing the recording. Chad and Michelle are a lot of fun themselves. And whoops. Where is, oh, there's my mouse. Okay, so shout out to PMTC. The PMTC released a statement last week, and I wanted to make sure that you all knew about it. It is revolving around the fact that it is past June the 12th. Well, what is June the 12th? June the 12th is when, for federally regulated carriers in Canada, you must have an ELD in your truck. Let me clarify that. If you are required to have paper logs as of June the 12th of 2021, a couple of days ago, you are supposed to have an ELD in your truck. And of course, the ELD must be approved by Transport Canada. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, and we're going to talk about why June the 12th of 2022 is very important date. So with that, here is a list of all the certified devices that Transport Canada has approved on today, June the 14th of 2021. So June the 14th of 2021, we have no approved devices yet. So how in the world can you possibly adhere to the new law that came into effect on June the 12th, 2 days ago. Well, of course you can't, and that was the point of the letter that I'm going to show you. The letter says they're going to be doing progressive enforcement, and progressive enforcement basically means no fines and such like that for a period of time. So this is in the show notes below, I put a link to this letter so that you can see it, because there's a lot of really good and important links in this letter that I think you should be aware of. I put a link to the Transport Canada approved ELD list in the show notes below, and I think you need to be checking that from time to time. So, as the PMTC says, June the 12th of 2021, after 2 years from June the 19th, the law came into effect. Well, the problem, of course, is that there are no devices yet approved. So, very difficult for you to get into effect. What I wanted to point out to you here on the PMTC letter is that they have links to all of the provinces and the appropriate statements that each of those provinces have made. Because as much as I would love to tell you that enforcement is going to be the exact same right across Canada, if that was my statement, I would be lying to you. So that is not true. And just for the fun of it here, we're going to do a behind the scenes shot here. All right, so that is not true. Enforcement is not going to be the exact same right across Canada. It is going to be somewhat different. So the important part of that letter that I wanted to show you is that you've got to know what it is in either your area or there we go. Okay, so what I wanted to say to you was you need to know where each of these different providers, if you're in Alberta, you need to know what Alberta is saying. You need to know what British Columbia is saying. I know what Ontario is saying, and Ontario has said that they will not be issuing any financial penalties until June the 12th of 2022. They've also said that if you are a carrier in Ontario only, an intra-provincial carrier, that June the 12th of 22 is also the mandate or the date that you, if you are required to have a paper log now, then you will be required to have an ELD. And Ontario has made it very easy. Whatever Transport Canada has said basically, then that's what Ontario is going to do. Same list of approved providers, all that kind of stuff. I think most of the provinces are going to use the same list of approved providers, of course, which are none. So where does that leave you? What should you start doing right now? You need an ELD if you're a federally regulated carrier, so start testing some ELDs. I would not sign a contract with an ELD provider yet, because of course ELDs are not inexpensive. And if you're going to start installing them, you either need an escape clause in that contract in case they are not approved. You need an escape clause so you can get the heck out, or don't sign a contract yet. That would be my recommendation. Investigate. I imagine that all of the large providers, Isaac, Geotab, Keep Truckin', PeopleNet, Orbcom, all of the big guys, I suspect, will be approved because they have enough business here in Canada. It is not inexpensive to be approved. So if they have enough business here in Canada, they will be submitting. Many of them already have submitted. They're anxiously awaiting results. And hopefully one of these days they will be on the approved list. So, but don't wait. Start your testing now, because if you wait too long, at the last minute, there's going to be an absolute rush out there, and they won't be able to keep up with the demand for devices, and you could be left getting some tickets. So don't wait. Changing subjects. Woohoo! Changing subjects. That's enough about the ELDs. I really wanted you to know, though, about this letter from PMTC. I put the link in the show notes below. Go there and check it out. They provided some great, awesome information. Thanks, Mike Millian from PMTC. Appreciate it. All right, CVOR Online. For those carriers who want to get their CVOR online, up to date, and free, you need to register at the CVOR Online service. So this is a snap of the website. If your email address, the only people who can register for this are those people who have an email address listed on the level 2 CVOR. If your email address is on the level 2 CVOR, then you can come here to that button, boop, and it's in the show notes down below. You can register and you can see an up-to-date CVOR level 2 right there online. You can download it in Excel. Woohoo! You can download it as a PDF. So up to date. What does up to date mean? I was on a webinar last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, and the MTO basically said, hey, if your truck is inspected today, it should be on your level 2 tomorrow. So that's pretty up to date. And the scores will be reflected and changed that quickly. So really, kudos to the MTO. I think that's awesome that they are able to provide us with that critical information immediately and easily online and for free. So get on there, register. It is still a pilot project, as you see the note says there. It is a pilot. However, my clients are telling me that it is working and working very well. So with that, I would say, yahoo! Way to go, MTO. Awesome stuff. Get your level 2 CVOR online immediately and up to date. Well, with that, that's about it for today. I thank you for tuning in and checking this out. So what did we talk about? ELDs. June the 12th, ELDs are regulated and required for all trucks in Canada, and they must be approved. However, there are no approved devices on June the 14th. So very difficult to comply with that regulation at the moment. I'm sure that situation is going to change quickly. Educational or progressive enforcement over the next 12 months in most jurisdictions in Canada. Check out your jurisdiction that you are operating in or that you are home based in. As per the MTC, PMTC has provided some great links in that letter, and that link to that letter is in the show notes below. Check it out. And then we talked about CVOR Online, and that's it for today. Safety Dog is out. See you next Monday, 1 p.m. Thank you.